Don't turn around. We all feel alone sometimes, and it's especially easy to feel alone when you're perked up in your bed at 1 a.m. and you're unsure of whether or not what you just heard was your door creaking open, or one of the dreams you were having bleeding into reality. Are you alone? Are you really alone? Or is there someone in your room waiting for you to drift back into dreamland so they can slide underneath your covers and take them with you? It is pitch black outside. You are home alone. But you get out from underneath the safe haven of covers that is your bed to investigate the hopefully imagined noise coming from your doorway. So you creep to the door. It sounds like a mix between muffled screaming and shuffling, and you cower behind that wooden door that blocks you from whatever is in your house right now, because it's the only thing that separates you from what lies beyond the threshold. What you don't know and what you don't realize is that that door would serve the same amount of purpose as using a wooden shield to block a dragon's breath. It'd be absolutely useless. You hear something, or someone, in the house shuffling through your kitchen. You keep telling yourself that there's no one in the house and that you're safe and you're just hallucinating, or frankly, you're just paranoid. But that paranoia is not there for no reason. It is left over from when we were hairy little chimps, and it let us know when a crocodile was stalking us, when we feel the hair on the back of our neck stand up and our stomach free falls to our feet with a reverberating pounding sensation that shoots through every single nerve ending in your body. Maybe it is just paranoia. Or maybe you didn't lock all the doors. Maybe you forgot one, and someone just walked into your house with ease, laughing quietly to themselves, thinking, how stupid is this fucking kid? But no, you trust your memory as you check it well, and you remember locking each and every single door. You do. But the thought that maybe you left the window open and the intruder climbed his way in through your sister's bedroom creeps up on you. She lives on the bottom floor. She just so happens to sleep with her window open typically. He? No, this isn't a he. It must have seen that. You think to yourself, almost laughing at how naive you sound. You think to yourself, no, there can't be anyone in the house. There just can't be. And after what felt like hours, but was most likely just minutes, of you cowering behind the wooden shield that is your door, you feel confident enough to open the door and to perform the classic leap of faith across the hall into your bathroom. The one that when it's late at night and you're terrified, absolutely terrified of what may lie beyond your door, this is the leap that you perform. And typically, it's performed in the fear of what's unknown. This time, it was in fear of what is known. You shut the door very gently as humanly possible, so as not to alert the intruder of your presence. And when that door shuts, simultaneously, almost as if it were predetermined, you hear something drop and shatter from inside the bathroom just behind you. Your body freezes with terror, and you feel that paralyzing toxin, that is pure terror, shoot down your nervous system, causing you to sweat profusely, as your lizard brain sends every possible signal to your body to flight. But the terror, it has you locked in place. You close your eyes and you breathe what would be your last breath. You even do a silent prayer, even though you've never been that religious, and you force yourself to turn around, almost to the point of physical pain. But when you open your eyes, for the first time that night, you can breathe. It was a sigh that decompressed such excruciating tightness built up in your chest. You breathed that sigh of relief when you realized that it was your cat that knocked something over. Whiskers must have been making all the noise this whole fucking time. Finally, you're convinced that you're alone in the house, and that it was literally an instinctual reaction to unknown stimuli that you would behave in such a way, that you would behave so paranoid. You open the bathroom door with a liberal push, a non-fearful push that's nearly braggadocious. You head into the kitchen and grab some cold cuts from the fridge, and you grab some sliced cheese, but frankly, they're more rotten than Betty White's you-know-what. Mom hasn't stocked up recently, but she also hasn't been home in more than a month, so that's probably your fault. Still wired with enough energy to jumpstart a small sedan from the scare that you had with your quote-unquote intruder, you retreat back to your covers and you take advantage of the time being awake that you normally wouldn't be and do the schoolwork you're behind on. Fuck math. Mr. Rogers, your teacher, he was cool. A really cool guy. You could probably smoke a joint with him. But when it came to first period at 9 a.m., fuck Mr. Rogers and fuck math. For some reason, your parents still have a house phone, and it starts ringing in the kitchen. At first, your initial reaction, still hardwired into paranoia, you jump in fear. After the initial shock subsides, you realize that there's nothing to be afraid of, and you casually waltz into the kitchen and pick up the house phone from the receptor. It's your father speaking. What's up, Pops? How's everything doing? You guys all right? You enjoying Austria? Your father's warm and thick native Canadian accent bursts through the speaker, putting your mind at ease. Yeah, son, I'm okay. You know, Vienna's beautiful in the winter. I just wanted to remind you to let Whiskers out. That damn cat, she won't do well in the fresh powder. You know how cats are. They think they... Yeah, Dad, I'll get on that. Thanks for reminding me. By the way, it's 1 a.m., so the cat shouldn't be going out at this point right now. You want to call me when... Well, you know what, Dad? That's not fair. You're in Austria. Enjoy your time in Austria. I'll take care of the cat. Oh, you know, I'm sorry, Johnny boy. I really didn't mean to wake you up or nothing. But, you know, is your phone dead or something? Did you lose it? I tried calling you a bunch of times. It didn't go through. That's the only reason I called you on the house phone. Oh, well, that's actually a good question. I don't know where my phone even is right now. I'll call you back. I'm going to find it. I'll call you back on that. Yeah, no, don't worry, son. You don't even have to call me back. Me and your mother are at a bar. But I just wanted to give you a ring. You could just text me when you figured it out. We got that plan, you know, the plan with Verizon. I don't even know. Dad, I got it. Thank you. Seriously. But, you know, you guys are in Austria, so enjoy that. Stop talking to me. What are you doing? Yeah, you're right, son. You're pretty much always right. All right. Love you. Love you too, Dad. You put the phone down and you head back into your room to check your phone. However, it's not on the bed where you left it. You walk back into the kitchen, starting to pick up the mail that was on the counter that had piled up because, well, you're a 13-year-old and you've never filed a bill in your life, so you've just kept them stacked there so your mother can handle it when she gets back. And it's at that point, when you're fiddling through all of the mail that you've gotten in the past month, the electric bill, the letter from the electric company notifying you that the electric bill was late, the letter from the electric bill notifying you that the late payment was late. Among all that, you come across the note that your mother left that had the chore instructions pretty carefully outlined on them. She was a very neat woman and had very eclectic handwriting. Eclectic really is the only word that could describe it because it looks like something that came out of a computer. You notice something at the bottom of the page that's out of character for your mother. A note that looks rushed. It looks like someone had written it, and this was their first time writing in English. I mean, it was just a blob of ink at the bottom of the page, but the more you try to decipher what it says, the more you realize that it's actually a question. There's a question mark clearly defined at the end of the word, and it's one single word. The word that was left scribbled at the bottom of the note your mother left you, well, it was alone. At that very moment, you hear the ringtone from your phone go off from right behind you, at the same time that you hear your heart hit the floor. And whatever was in the room with you also heard that, because upon realizing the situation that you are in, an ungodly noise comes from behind you. One that blurs out the sound of your phone ringing. One that causes your ears to ring. The noise that came from behind you was very clearly a noise signifying that whatever it was behind you just got a little bit more excited. They must have had some primordial sense that gave them an insight as to whether or not their prey was terrified. And you were terrified. You were so terrified that you probably pissed yourself 3 times and hadn't even realized. So terrified that the tears streaming down your face actually granted you comfort. So terrified that the only thought running through your mind wasn't to run. It wasn't to fight your way out. The only thing running through your mind was, don't turn around. Don't fucking turn around. Oh my fucking God, you better not turn around. And what terrified you the most was not the presence of whatever it was that was behind you. What terrified you the most was, well, when it spoke to you.
I want to see your face. And I want it to